else that we do, we don't expect to get caught. It's like the death penalty. I tell people the death penalty is not stopping anybody from getting killed because I don't expect to get caught. Also, at the time, when I shoot you, I didn't think, you know, I had a moment. I don't think about death penalty. I'm sitting in that cell like, damn. I'm a black man. I know I'm getting a damn death penalty. It don't matter if they broke in my house, shot my wife, beat the kids, eat the dog. I'm sorry, some of y'all dogs. Well, I can't hate Muffy. I get in trouble with the dog lovers because I didn't tell my Michael Vick scenario. That's part of the craziness of America right now. A man go to jail and lose millions of dollars over a dog and he got less jail time beating his wife. Think about how crazy we are as a country. You live in a country where people sell you water. Don't you need water to live? How many of y'all drank tap water growing up? You ever get sick? Steve, what's wrong with you tap water now? They convinced us that that little bottled water is better for us than that tap water. For all we know, that tap water came from somebody's tap. They put it in a plastic container. Some of us a little bit older remember when we used to buy pet rocks. Moon rings. Chia pets. So students in particular, no matter what your dream is, you hold on to it because this is the country where we would do and buy anything. We will buy anything. Whoever, those of y'all that hang out on the internet and Facebook and MySpace and all that, them young people got rich. They sat in a room one day and said, hey, what if we just create a community group of friends and we just hung out on the internet? Oh, who's going to do that with you? 855 million people. I get emails all the time about somebody's added you to their friends on Facebook. I'm like, I don't know you. How did I get on there? I don't even know how I got on there. I saw you on. No, you didn't. Yeah, Mr. Burdine, I saw you doing what? You had on this brown African. Oh, okay, that's the only picture that should go. Okay. Let me know. Affirmation. 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 What are some of your personal core values? What's important to you? Respect, honesty, integrity. Along the line, integrity and hold up on courage, character. Our groups need fewer characters and more people of character. We got a bunch of characters. We got some names that you shouldn't even be calling yourself. Characters galore. But how many of them are people of character? Other guys.
Compassion.
Compassion. Empathy. What's that? Family. Dignity. Integrity. Knowledge. Unity. And never confuse unity with uniformity. That's what we do. We think everybody's not going to do it. In my life, I said, if everybody didn't follow Harriet Tubman to freedom, where the hell are they going to follow me? If they didn't follow Martin Luther King, why are they going to follow me? So stop thinking everybody has to play. Unity does not mean uniformity. What other personal values? If failure wasn't an option for your organization, what would you do? Failure not an option, what would your group do? Succeed in what? Give me something specific. Failure not an option. Okay? And by the way, if you love your group, that's what you do. You graduate undergraduate. Because all your groups have something about academic something. Scholarship. Those who truly love the group get a diploma in the name of the group if you want to. I got mine in the name of my mom. She ain't know nothing about no Greek stuff. She's like, what the hell is that? I ain't gonna get into this with you, Mom. You in a game? Look, back then, I was like, now she had like, Mom, I didn't know they was gonna turn into one. We do some gang type activities. I don't do handshakes and hand signs and none of that stuff. Calls, because you're in the wrong room, not all that get misinterpreted. It's only so much stuff you can do with your hands. I'm scared I'm going to pull up my fingers one day, they're going to shoot one off. Failure not option, what would your group do? What would you do? Somebody say graduate. I'm hoping that's the whole class, everybody in the organization. What would you do? Failure not an option.
Question authority, question the leadership.
Okay. National leadership?
Yeah, both.
Okay. Failure not an option. What would you do? Educate who? Okay. Failure not an option. What would you do? Okay. Failure not an option.
Help each other academically to graduate.
Failure not an option.
And going off of education, not only those in our organization, but those that are wanting to be a part of our organization.
Failure not an option. And by the way, in serving the community, why don't we go ask the community what it wants? Tell me, being a servant leader, servant leaders aren't afraid to go and ask the major group in town that you want to work with, how can we help you? They're like, somebody actually asked us? Because we do a lot of stuff, we don't market it. For those of you that do community service and then have people ask, when people ask you about Greek letter organizations, what's one of the stereotypes they have about Greek letter organizations? Staff. Party. Drink. Hold on. Haze. Secretive. Arrogant. That always tickles me. I know they're not talking about black folks when they say that.
Oh, yeah.
Elite. Exclusive. What's that? Judge. Have you noticed we said all this stuff but we still haven't got to service? People will have a hole and not get to service because we don't tell people what we do. We think through some osmosis they're supposed to know. No shame in putting together, this is what Alpha Alpha has done this semester. Here's a list of our service. You want to shut the campus up about what you do. I'm talking to the undergrads specifically here. When you do service programs, invite the campus. They not coming. They not. Invite them. Then they can't say all you do is like, nope, you got invited when we went here. You got invited, you didn't come. But you can't be afraid. When I was the coordinator, I was director of the Marcus Garvey Cultural Center in Northern Colorado. And I was also the advisor to the NPAC organizations there. I made them publish their GPAs. Oh, they was high first. I said, you earned it. You earned it. But you know what? They got busy after that trying to get them on. Because nobody wanted to be that one at the bottom of that list. Because when you look at most schools, when you look at the GPAs, the NPAC groups are at the bottom of the list. At the bottom of the list. But you got to recognize why you exist. Now, if you're going to be a servant leader organization, you can't be afraid to go to the community and say, what do you do? Failure not an option. What would your group do?
Make sure every child in Africa.
Okay, make sure every child in Africa can go to school. Anybody else? Failure not an option. What would your group do? Cure for AIDS. Failure not an option. What would your group do? What's that? Help the homeless. Richest country in the world, homeless people right outside the White House. How crazy are we? We had no money for education, now found trillions of dollars to go fight a war. Mayor said it here, I know I said it earlier today, a country that demands first-class prisons except second-class schools. And this is the world in which you are functioning now in your organization. You can maximize your full potential. I would do this in two ways. You can maximize your full potential as a man or woman or an organization if owned. You can maximize your full potential as a man, woman, or organization if owned. You can answer that in either one of those two ways. As a man or woman or an organization. How can we maximize our full potential? And by the way, if you spend some personal time trying to figure out your if only, you write your own ticket for the rest of your life. You can maximize your full potential as a man or woman if only. Let's do it right there. As a man or woman, what can you personally do to maximize your full potential?
Get more focus.
Get more focus. Anybody else?
Get more involved.
More involved. Anybody else? Stop making excuses. Lead by example. Network.
Be fearless.
What was that?
Be fearless.
Be fearless.
Learn
Time management. Prioritize.
Never feel as though I've actually maximized my experience.
Never feel as though he's maximized. When people introduce me, I never let them read through the whole list of stuff that they can read. Because I like to think, first of all, I feel like I'm at my own funeral. I do H-Top back in 1976, Steve Walter. In 82, he dropped. But I like to think my best work is in front of me. What can we do to maximize? You correct? Which one was it? I got lost. Oh, you can maximize your full potential. If only. As a man or woman. Go ahead, boys. Somebody thought I had a hand up here. How can you maximize your full potential as a man or woman? Challenge yourself.
Always be willing to learn.
Always be willing to learn. As an organization, you can maximize your full potential how?
Set goals.
Set goals. Don't fall into stereotypes. We're going to do some exercise in a minute. Don't accept mediocrity. Educate somebody else. I don't think I did. See, I get confused when I just look up the same day. Take a quick look around this room. Make a mental note of everything in this room that's blue. These Neos, I hate that damn blue. I look at blue. I did an exercise once where I had people pair up in ones or twos. Just do, I gave me no 2, I'm a 5. I'm like, get out of here. Let's go. Everything that's blue. You got that picture? Close your eyes. Make a mental note, not out loud. Tell me everything in this room that's brown.
Me.
Y'all can open your eyes. What did I focus you on? Initially, what did I focus you on? So you're ready to give me a litany of everything that was blue. Then what did I ask you for? Whatever you focus on in life is what you see. Never forget that. Whatever you focus on in life is what you see. If we can get people's focus about us to change, if we can get them to focus on the good that we do, that's what they'll see. Right now, this is what they see. And they didn't make this up. Some of us do this. But whatever we focus on in life is what we see. Another exercise, those of you know that we already did this, but shake out your arms. Fold them in front of you. Shake them out again. Fold them in front of you with the other arm on top. Woo! Some of y'all still be online. Y'all can put your arms down. I ask you to just fold your arms. You folded your arms how you'd always folded your arms. I asked you to put that other arm on top, and most of you paused. You didn't pause long like other arm on top. And then some of you just said, okay. But some of you broke your arms. You said, other arm on top, and you couldn't get your brain to put that other arm over it. You're like, how do I do this? We get into habits. Some of the stuff we do as organizations, we simply do because we think we've always done it. In most cases, we have. Anybody do body language? What's this meaning body language? Hostile. Guard up. Anything else?
Fair.
Leave me alone. What's it?
Fair.
I can't hear.
Fair.
Fed up. Well, I grew up in Chicago. This was just a brother chill. This is how we stood posturing. Just being cool. But higher ed sat in a room and made up a whole language around it. So I get to the University of Illinois and I'm hanging out with 5 or 6 of my closest Negro friends. And the police start to gather. The Negroes are angry. They're hostile. No, dude, we just chilling. Y'all be careful because, you know, in higher ed, we make up stuff. We make up stuff. We just... So now we got people mad at folks because I don't look you right in the eye. In the spirit of a diversity conference, I tell people, you know, some cultures is disrespectful to look somebody in the eye. So you can't judge me being honest about whether or not I look you in the eye.